Welcome back, comic book collectors and enthusiasts. My name is Brandon. You're watching Moncomics. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Friday. Second video I'm dropping this week because I'm just trying to play catch up on some tags. I was tagged by Ricky from All Sorts of Words, one of my favorite YouTubers out there, about other items I collect, as he made a point that collectors never collect just one thing, which is true. I very much believe in that. So I need to respond to that video. Ryan, the Colossus Collector, tagged me in my top 10 modern books, so I am going to respond to that video. And then I've also like to end the video with hashtag comic book shout out, the movement started by my good friend Brian, aka Big B McFly, the comic book guy. So this is a three-part trifecta, three-part video. I just want to get them all together instead of making three separate videos, just because I've got other stuff coming in and I'm just trying to keep moving. So without further ado, let's get on to Ricky's challenge, which is other things I collect. All right, so comic collecting takes up a lot of my funds, all of it basically. It's very hard to, it's what I base my content off of. So like even if I wanted to, like I have some Migos, but I traded for them. So to keep my content rolling, I have to keep getting comics, obviously. So I do love to collect. I have vintage Star Wars figures that are packed away. I have some that are out, but not much because space is always the enemy. There is something I like to collect, which costs me $0 to obtain, and I think it's pretty cool. So I like to collect actual Native American artifacts, and I don't dig for them or anything, but my aunt and uncle own a farm. They are dairy farmers, and they actually, where their farmland is, used to be an Iroquois encampment back in the day. They would spend their summers down low in the valley I live in, and they'd move to higher ground down the road. This is coming from an anthropologist from Colgate University. These are pulled up every time they plow a cornfield. The plows bring them up, and then you wait for some rain, and it kind of pushes the earth back down and cleans stuff off, and you can go out and find arrowheads, spear points, all sorts of fun stuff. So this was actually found and gifted to me. This was found by my uncle's grandfather in the 50s when plows were less invasive, and you can see because these points are all pretty much complete. So I took these points actually in some that he had and brought them to an anthropologist at Colgate University, and he was able to identify the typology of each one, and there's even a fossil down here. But as a history fan in comics, I'm also a history fan of everything else in life. I wanted to be an anthropologist when I was younger. I found it fascinating. These are thousands of years old. This is how people got their food, how they survived. It's amazing to me that when I find them, I'm the first person to touch them in thousands of years. So this is a nice display that was gifted to me by my uncle a few Christmases ago to thank me for getting them identified. And I had this hanging on my wall. And when I go out and hunt, it's absolutely free. I just have to pay for gas to drive down to the field. I usually take my oldest daughter with me. She walks around and picks up special rocks too. So these are what my uncle gifted to me. Let me show you some that I found myself. So this whole case is artifacts I found myself, and you can see how many more of them are broken. There's like no complete ones in here because the plows now are more invasive and break them up when they are found. So they're very cool though. They are pieces of history, and I've been searching since I was 16 and I'm 43 now. So I've been doing it for a number of years. I actually have a whole shoebox full too that aren't my best points, but this kind of gives you an idea of the size. And it's just amazing to me when I found this one. This is like 3.5 inches long. I was just blown away because I usually find smaller ones, maybe this size. But this is just history, man. This is just where we came from. We live in a world where I'm recording a movie on my device where people are going to watch all over the place, have the access to it all over the world. But this is where we came from, is hunting animals and getting our food with these kind of stone tools. And then, other ones that just amaze me is this point was a point that got broken off and was probably turned into a drill where they could drill into different material. Probably my favorite piece in this part of my collection is this axe. You can see it's still got a nice sharp edge on it. Unfortunately, it is broken. This stone is kind of like a bluish green, and I took this to an anthropologist at Colgate University, and he told me what's really interesting about this is this stone, I forgot the name of it, is native to Ohio, which means that these natives in this part either traded with another Native American from Ohio or maybe a settler or someone else to get this stone. But it's still, if I wanted to take it and use it, I could certainly, you know, use it to chop some stuff and actually be able to use it. Very striated in the middle, but this is my favorite piece. It's the only thing other than an arrowhead that I found in projectile point when I'm searching. And I found this when I was like 18. I thought it was something, and it sure was, but you know, a lot of these pieces are just different typology pieces. I can't remember the names of all of them. There's Susquehanna, there's Genesee, there's Meadowood, this was a broken drill point where the drill would have come down to here. So yes, I do collect stuff, Ricky, and I love collecting historical stuff, and this to me is a lifetime's worth of work. Well, from when I was 16, it's just going out, you know, this is free to go out and just walk and to get away from technology and to pick up something that, you know, no one has held for thousands of years. So, Ricky, you asked what I collect. Native American pieces. They slide around in this case. Native American, projectile points, pieces, anything I can find. So thanks for tagging me in that, Ricky. Now I'm going to tag Ryan, the Colossus Collector. What else do you collect besides comics? I'm going to kind of play off of this since you guys both tagged me. What else do you collect, Ryan? All right, now I'm responding to Ryan's tag video. Ryan tagged me to show my 10 favorite modern comics. If you know me, if you know my channel, if you look around me, I'm more of a Silver and Bronze Age collector. But along the way, I have picked up some comics which have really, you know, the covers or stories have got to me, and I do collect them. So I came up with 10, Ryan, and in no particular order, I'll go right down the list. This is TMNT, the Armageddon game. I got this from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, and they had this in like a Whatnot stream for like $10. So I do like TMNT. I grew up with them in the 90s. I had the figures. I loved the movies. You know, I still watch them to this day if I'm bored late and everyone else is asleep. I thought this was a cool picture of Shredder holding all the bandanas of the Turtles. So that is one of my favorite modern comics. The next one, if you had told me as a Green Goblin fan as a kid, let's say, you know, I found out about Green Goblin, fell in love with him. And then I was also a Predator fan and fell in love with that. So if you told me as a kid that I would eventually get a comic where the Predator was so elegantly drawn with his knife gauntlet piercing the Green Goblin's mask, it probably would have blown my little kid mind. This is Gabriel Del Otto variant. There was a number of these, I forgot how many issues, 40, 50, done with the Predator taking on different people in the MCU. And I saw this on someone's stream. I think it was on a Whatnot stream as a giveaway. And I pursued it and just found it on eBay. It wasn't that expensive. So had to have it. Really love Gabriel Del Otto's art. The realism on that just blows my mind. It's great stuff. So that is my number 9 book. My number 8 book was gifted to me by Carlos of Los's Comic Journey, and I've just really fallen in love with it since. It's the X-Men Unlimited number 11 negative space John Tyler Christopher variant, and I just love this this cover, this art. I am going to get some more negative space variants. Going to go down that road, aren't I? So that is number 8. Number 7 I got because I was a big fan of the movie, and I wanted to read these books, and I found like a whole bunch of them on eBay. It is Big Trouble in Little China from Boom Studios. Now, if you're a fan of this movie, I know I've got Jack Burton following me, subscribe to my channel. What's up, dude? This takes off right where the movie left off. So it's really fun. It's a really good read. I love the art in most of them. But the characters are all written just like their characters in the movie. So it's very entertaining to read, and the Wild Man story, they kind of go into some back stuff that's really fun. So yeah, Big Trouble in Little China, number 1 from Boom Studios, is a number 7. Number 6, what would it be without some Man-Thing? Midnight Suns Unlimited. So it features Man-Thing, Blade, Doctor Strange, and Scarlet Witch. And it's a beautiful painted cover. I forgot who did this painted cover, but I love that depiction of Man-Thing. Maybe not the forearms. I kind of like it when it's more proportional, but the face is cool. So, yes, love that book. Number 5 is one I just picked up recently. It is the Batman 608 foil reprint. I got this when I was out and about in Syracuse up at Larger Than Life Toys and Comics. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful depiction of Batman looking over Gotham. Of course, Batman 608 is the start of the Hush storyline, and there's some rumors that he's going to be the villain in the next Batman movie with Andrew Pattinson. Is that who played Batman? I thought he did a great job. So yeah, I really dug this book, and I'm going to be displaying it on the wall soon enough when I change stuff up. Number 4, I got the same day as I got this. And it is Predator vs. Wolverine number 1. This is the Scotty Young variant. I love this. I think it's really cool. Great story, cool art inside. I picked up one version which just was more of a realistic as far as Predator vs. Wolverine. I picked up a Peach Momoko that is in the 1K subscriber giveaway. And I got this one. I'm going to try to send it to a friend when Scotty Young's out in LA for the Comic-Con out there and see if I can get it signed and sent to CGC for grading, because I do love Scotty's Calvin and Hobbes kind of homage work. So that is number 4. Number 3 is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight Duel. And it's signed. The cover art is done by Mike Mignola, and then there's, O'Neill wrote in it, Apro did art, Giffen, there's Quesada. There's a whole bunch of different artists and writers that contributed to this, but as a huge Mike Mignola fan and having his autograph on there, I picked this up for a package deal in a Whatnot stream. Just thought it was a really cool cover and to get an autograph. And I actually bundled it at the time with my number 2 book because I am a big Hellboy fan. DHP Dark Horse Presents. It's got a great Hellboy cover, super white, and it does signed by Mike Mignola on the back, and both of them came with COAs. Not that that matters much these days because you can't send it to CGC. They didn't witness it, so those mean nothing to them. And CBCS is just going to use their autograph authenticators to look it up. So the COAs are nice, but to me they really don't mean much. If you're going to really have someone look at it, they're going to be able to tell. So that was really cool for my number 2 book. And number 1, very recent pickup. I can't get away from this cover. I think I'm going to start. People asked me, do you have multiple? I was on a stream, I think with Colossus Collector and Bigby and Casual Collecting and X-Men Dan, and they asked me like what comics, or someone in the chat asked like what comics we kind of hoard or pick up multiples of, and I don't. I kind of like to stick with a budget. Don't have doubles of anything. This one I might start getting doubles of. It is Wolverine 55, the Crime Suspense Stories number 22 homage cover. I can't stop staring at this. It's beautiful. I've been looking at some graded copies on eBay. I've been looking at some signed by the cover artist Greg Land, and I'd really like to pick up more. So that is my number 1 modern book. So thanks for tagging me, Ryan. Now, I would like to tag Ricky from All Sorts of Words. Show me your 10 favorite modern comics. I know you got a lot of them, bud, so please break them out for me. The last part of this video, the third part, thanks for bearing with me. I wanted to do another hashtag comic book shout out. We're getting near the end of it. Big V's movement that he started a few months ago ends in November, in which anyone who has participated in it will be entered for a pretty epic drawing of some cool prizes. So this week I wanted to highlight, or this video, I'd like to highlight a content creator. As a father of 2 daughters, it's very important to me that we have representation in this community, and there's not a lot of ladies talking comics. But I found a couple, and I want to highlight this person who is just fresh to YouTube. She is Jackpot Comic Talks. Her name is Sophie. She just started. She's fresh. She's got about 4 videos out, and I've been watching some of them. And she's, like any of us, really collects what she loves. She collects Mary Jane. She cosplays a little as Mary Jane. You can see on her Instagram. She collects DC and Batman, New Teen Titans she's a big fan of. It takes a lot for a person to sit in front of the camera and just put ourselves out there. And, the female demographic in the comic book world is much less than the male demographic. So I think it's very important, like I said, as a father of 2 daughters, that my daughters can sit down and we'll be able to see someone talking about comics that's a female and say, oh, Dad, they're doing it, I can do it too. She's interacted with me a little bit on Instagram. She's very nice. She in front of the camera, she's great. She's putting herself out there. She discusses the books very well, talks about what she likes about them. So Sophie, welcome to the community. Anyone watching my channel, please go give her some love. Show her the love you've shown me. And check out her video. She's doing a great job, and she's just starting. I remember when I just started last January, it seems daunting, but then it gets really fun and addicted in meeting people. So if you're a content creator, go say hi to Sophie. If you're not a content creator, go watch her videos anyways and say hi to her. Go check her out. So Sophie, you are now tagged. You can now tag any new channel, existing channel you love watching. Just make sure you use the hashtag comic book shoutouts so you can get entered to win the monthly prize when you make a video, which is art from either Big B McFly, the comic guy, or aka Brian, or Travis from Comics Limited. They are both wonderful artists, and if you win, you'll get a custom art drawn of whatever you want. And then there's also going to be a huge drawing in November of the finale show with a whole bunch of stuff we're giving away. So Sophie, welcome to the community. Everyone else, go give Sophie a sub. So yeah, I had to put 2 videos out this week, folks. It's just, I got tagged twice, plus I wanted to do another shout out video, and I dropped the video today. Is actually the day my other video dropped. Again, I'm at 952. Let's give some stuff away. Let's get to 1,000 subs. I'm really excited. I'm really pushing for it now. Before it was kind of like a pipe dream, but now I can kind of taste it. And I'm like, let's get there. I would love to accomplish this during spooky season. My stream is on the 27th for the Halloween stream, which I'll be getting tattooed live stream. And then also the Big 5 Live is October 26th at 8 p.m. with some amazing content creators. So please hang out. Go down, hit subscribe, hit like. Does anyone else walk fields for arrowheads or collect native artifacts like that? The top 10 comics that I picked, did I do okay? I'm not sure. And Sophie, welcome to the community again. Please go check out her channel, guys. She's doing great. Everyone have an awesome, safe weekend. We're counting down the days to Halloween, but until then, keep reading those comics.